Good morning, I'm Anjali.
And I'm Nick.
Today is Monday, February 24th, Cycle Day 3.
Today's lunch features meatballs and marinara with spaghetti, seasoned broccoli, and a breadstick.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
We begin today's broadcast with a look at this week in sports.
First, let's start with the NHL. Recently, the league hosted the Four Nations Face-Off, with games taking place on February 13th, 15th, 17th, and the 20th. After winning their first two games, the U.S. team quickly secured a spot in the championship game. Unfortunately, Sweden and Finland did not advance, setting the stage for the historic rivalry between Canada and the U.S., dating back to the 1920s. Due to injury, Charlie McAvoy was replaced by Jake Sanderson, who positively impacted the team's defense. Despite a strong effort, the U.S. team fell to Canada 3-2 in overtime, with Connor McDavid scoring the game-winning goal at 8 minutes and 18 seconds into the extra period.
In NHL standings, the Flyers currently hold a 25, 26, and 7 record, placing them 7th in the Metropolitan Division. Right behind them are the Pittsburgh Penguins in 8th place, with a record of 23, 26, and 9. Leading the division are the Washington Capitals, boasting an impressive record of 37, 11, and 8.
Moving to the AHL, the Hershey Bears sit atop the Atlantic Division with an excellent record of 30, 14, and 5. Meanwhile, the Lehigh Valley Phantoms hold a solid record of 26, 19, and 5, placing them 5th place in the Atlantic Division.
We begin today with the current standings in the National Basketball League.
In the Eastern Conference, the Knicks remain 3rd place, the Celtics remain 2nd place, and the Cavaliers remain 1st place.
In the Western Conference, the Nuggets remain in 3rd place, the Grizzlies remain in 2nd place, and the Thunder remains in 1st place.
Next, we go to the NASCAR Cup Series. The season kicked off with last week's Daytona 500, where William Byron took the checkered flag. Yesterday, the Ambetter Health 400 took place at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Christopher Bell, driving the number 20 Toyota Camry XSE, took 1st place, followed by Carson Hocevar and Kyle Larson.
That's all for today.
We will see you again next week with all the latest in sports.
We now go back to the news desk.
Our Lost and Found is overflowing. Please check the Lost and Found for any items that may belong to you.
If you see anything that is yours, let Mrs. Hom and Mrs. Knob know so they can get it for you. Any items remaining on Friday on the 28th will be donated.
Have you joined our after-school intramurals yet? Trimester 3 is the perfect time to get started. The following activities are welcoming new participants.
Mondays, handheld games and a walking club every week, plus board games every other week.
Wednesdays, ping pong and walking club.
If you're interested, please be sure your parents or guardians complete the permission form on the middle school website before you stay after school. We hope to see you there.
February is Dental Health Month, and we will share a few dental facts and tips to help you keep a healthy smile.
Today's fact: toothprints are like fingerprints, unique to every person.
Today's tip: flossing is an essential part of oral hygiene. By not flossing, you miss 40% of tooth surfaces. This is why dentists always emphasize on flossing.
Our Spirit Week continues tomorrow with Denim Out Day, so make sure you rock your best denim outfit head to toe.
Today, we send happy birthday shout-outs to Elizabeth Erickson, Callie Medic, Jordan Nicole, and Rosalind Walter. We hope you all have a great day.
We now go to Miss Coltrider and Mrs. Knob to discuss Wildcat Way Day and explain the sign-up process.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Mrs. Knob, I think you're taller than me today.
Just a little bit. I grew.
That might be a first. So this wasn't on our script. I'm going to go a little off script. Is that okay?
I think that's great.
Okay. It reminded me when they said Wildcat Way. In a few weeks, we have some folks coming here from the LIU. They kind of oversee our whole PBIS program, which is the Wildcat Way.
Absolutely.
And they are going to be quizzing students
And staff.
and staff on the Wildcat Way. So you know that here at the middle school, the Wildcat Way means following the CARES expectations.
Yes.
And these folks who are coming in, they're coming in to quiz you, almost like trivia,
Very similar,
right?
yeah.
To see if you know what CARES stands for.
Do you know?
Do I know? I think so.
Yeah.
Do you think they know?
I hope they know.
The C is for compassionate.
A is for accountability.
I almost couldn't spell CARES. I had to think what letter came next. A is for accountability. R is respect.
Uh-huh.
What letter comes
E.
next? E. Ethical. And the S is?
Service-minded.
Okay, so they're going to pick random students and staff and quiz you. So make sure that you're brushing up on what CARE stands for. They may also call it the Wildcat Way. We have a little slogan. We don't use it very much. But one of our teachers came up with this a couple of years ago, and we say, a community that cares follows the Wildcat Way.
Yeah, that's very helpful to remember. And remember, how are you acknowledged for following the Wildcat Way?
Wildcat Way Day.
And positive polls.
Positive Paws. And we're having a Positive Paw pizza party.
Yeah, next week.
Is it next week?
It's next week.
I thought
It's
it was
Friday.
this week.
No,
Oh, we don't
Friday's
have
a half
lunch.
day.
We don't have lunch on Friday this week. So next week, yeah, all that cool stuff coming up. But Wildcat Way Day, we just ran the final eligibility report on Friday, and we have so many of our students who are eligible to participate in that. So we wanted to explain to you how the sign-up process will work, because that starts tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning.
All of you who are eligible, there will be a link that your homeroom teacher will let you know how to access that, and you will get to choose between 3 activities.
Yes.
And we want to make sure that you understand how it works, because you probably want to make plans with your friends to make sure you're in the same group.
Right, because you can go off team this time.
Yep, absolutely. So it's all like the whole grade level.
Yeah.
It's going to be like all mixed together. So you want to explain the first option?
Yeah, so your first option, you will choose either cookie, well, you choose, and your first thing is cookie making. And then when you're done doing that, you'll go over to do some minute to win it games. We also have some coloring sheets that will be in the cookie making room, because you're really just decorating them. We already had the bakery make the cookies for you, but we got icing, we've got sprinkles, and the minute to win it games, they look like a lot of fun.
Okay, so they can. That's like a set of activities.
That's a
you can
whole
pick.
set of
So that's like
activities.
option number 1 is that whole set of activities. Then option number 2 is another set of activities. It's handheld gaming. You could bring in your own handheld games. We don't have enough to supply that for everyone, but you could bring your own handheld games. And then there will also be outdoor games. If the weather happens to be bad, maybe it's raining or snowing, the outdoor games would become board games.
Yes.
So, but it's kind of second option is like a gaming option. Even though we do have minute to win it games in option 1, along with that cookie making. Option 2 is all about gaming, handheld games, outdoor games, or board games.
Yes.
And then the third option,
You get to go swimming.
you get to go in the pool. If you choose that one, you have to bring your own swimwear, your own towel, so make sure you're prepared to do that. Here's where we want to make sure you understand how it works. If you pick the pool, that one's pretty self-explanatory. You don't have to choose like a specific group. You're just at the pool. But if you choose one of the first 2 sets of activities, so it's cookie making, coloring, minute to win it games, that's option 1, or handheld games, outdoor games, board games, that's option 2. When you pick that, it's going to be on a Google form. It's then going to ask you what group number. There's going to be 10 different groups, and they're literally just called groups 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's going to ask you. So, like if Mrs. Knob and I wanted to be together, because we're friends, like you might want to be with your friends.
Yeah.
And let's say we choose the cookie making minute to win it game option. We're going to click that on the form. Then we will have needed to decide ahead of time which group number we're picking. And you can just pick at random.
Right.
So we might have decided we're going to be in group number
6.
6. So we know, both of us, when we go in that form, we're going to pick group number 6. So just be prepared. Make sure you're talking to your friends today, because sign-ups start tomorrow morning.
And the rooms will fill up.
Yep, decide what group number you want to be. Might even be a good idea to have a backup,
Yeah, definitely a backup.
because once it gets full, once one of the group numbers gets full, it drops off the form. So by the time you get in there, it might not be 1 through 10. There might only be like
2, 7, 5, and 9.
like random ones.
Yeah.
Same thing with the pool. If you go in there to sign up and the pool is no longer on the form, that means the pool is full. So the form is set up once a room or the pool gets full, it gets wiped off the list.
And just please be careful with what you're choosing. Don't come to the main office and ask us to switch you. We cannot make changes. So be very careful, make your selection, and it's going to be a great day no matter what you choose.
And we have it set up. We always have kids who say, I forget what I picked. It's going to send you an email.
Yep.
After you submit that form. So also if you're not sure, like, I don't know, did it go through? Did it not go through? Check your email. If you don't have that email, it probably didn't go through.
Yes.
Okay, so that will be tomorrow morning right after Tuesday Trivia on the announcements. We will have that form go live so that you can sign up.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to that. I also heard a rumor there might be a school store cart
I think we're going to come to you guys.
going around the school. So instead of you needing to go to the school store Friday, it might come to you, traveling school store. So bring your dollars if you are interested in that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we better wrap it up. I see we're over time. Mr. Volz is probably going to give us detention here in a minute. All right, have a great day, everybody.